Hi there, it's Mrs. Drake with the clarinet. We are going to be doing lesson 18. Lesson 18. I hope you've already warmed up, including the finger testers. Remember to include those in your warm-ups. I call those the finger testers. Okay. And another warm-up I would like to do before we get to lesson 18. Could everybody flip back to page 26? And let's do the second one down, the one that's called flexibility. Everybody, let's go to page 26, the second one down, the one called flexibility. Okay? And I am going to do it with no slur. No slur. I feel that makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so take a look. The first note is low F. So on song number 2, the one called flexibility, page 26, could everybody find a low F? And if you can't get it right off, I recommend doing the finger tester and stopping on low F like this. Everybody get a low F. If you can't get it, if it squeaks, I hope you know what low F should be. And if it squeaks, just keep going. Your fingers will eventually grow. Alrighty, song number 2. 1, 2, ready? All right, so that was number 2 with no slurs. Okay, and now flip over to lesson 18. Lesson 18. Okay. Number 1 does have a few slurs, and I encourage you to try it. If it's your very first time playing it and you want to leave them off, it's always okay with me. It makes it a little easier if you leave off the slurs, but eventually I hope you can get them. So notice on song 1 there's no key signature, so that means the B's are going to be middle finger B naturals. Okay, so song 1, ta da ta ta. Everybody warm up the first measure of song 1. Okay, everybody, song 1. 1, 2, ready, go. If I go too fast for you, I encourage you, you can just lay your clarinet mouthpiece on your shoulder and just move your fingers with me, or turn off the video and just practice it slower. But then eventually I hope you can play it along with me. Okay, song number 2. Song number 2. No high part. I don't care for it. I feel like it's a little bit too challenging. Of course, if you want to try it, go ahead. But let's do number 2, the bottom part, the bottom part, the low notes only. Okay, so on song 2, what catches my eye is the key signature. Look by the treble clef. Do you notice how there's 2 markings? There's 2 flat signs. And I want to remind you that that means B flats and E flats. So over here, 2 flats means the B's have to be played as B flat and the E's have to be played as E flat. So as you scan through the song, there's lots of B's and E's, and we'll talk about those fingers in a second. Also, do you notice how there are these extra lines? And those are called legato markings. Legato marking, it means to be play it in a smooth style, a little gentler tongue than you usually use. I am not picky about that for elementary school. Again, it's icing on the cake. So for me, for elementary school, you can ignore those legato markings. They make song 2 a little bit confusing to look at, but please realize they're just extra lines. Technically you're supposed to tongue it a little bit more gently, but it's okay with me if you just ignore those lines. So song number 2, the first note is low B flat, first finger. So all the B's have to be played as B flat, but the E's have to be played as E flat. So to remind you how to play E flat, you put your left hand on D, and then you use that bottom side key to create E flat. So I'm going to play a D, and then I'm going to play an E flat. Everybody try that, a D and then an E flat. So song 2, remember to use B flats and E flats. Song number 2. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, song number 3. On song number 3, I would like to try both the high and the low. On song number 3, I'd like to try the high and the low. As you scan through it, you see there's a few ties. We can do those ties. Ties, of course, are when the note are the same, like a G connected to a G is considered a tie, not a slur. And there's no key signatures. As I'm looking through it, there are no B's in this song anyways. And there's, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, look at the first measure. Those are called pickup notes because they're supposed to be 4 beats. But if you look at the first measure, can you see that there's only 3 beats? So they're considered pickup notes. So to lead it off, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then you come in on beat 2 and play through the song. Okay, Oh, When the Saints Go Marching In is a famous song. You might recognize this melody. I'm going to warm up the first 4 notes. I'm going to warm up the first 4 notes. And I'm going to play the high notes. You can choose, do you want to play along with me, or would you like to play the opposite? I actually encourage you to play the opposite one. That way you can hear me and you can hear yourself, and it'll help you know if you're right. Okay, so song 3, decide whether you're going to play with me on the high or are you going to play the low. Everybody warm up the first 4 notes of song 3. Okay, I'm going to lead it off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now I'm going to play the bottom part of the divisi. So decide, are you going to play with me on the bottom notes or are you going to play the top notes? I'm still going to lead it off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Everybody take a look at rustic song number 4. I'm going to grab a drink of water. Okay, song number 4, lots of slurs. First time through the song, feel free to leave off the slurs. Feel free to leave off the slurs. There are some of those legato markings, the lines under the note. Remember, for elementary school, feel free to just ignore those. DC al fine at the very end of the song. DC al fine means return to the beginning. And then you play and stop at the word fine. Fine is kind of out in the middle of the second line. Alrighty, no key signature. There are no B's in the song anyway, so that's alright. And it starts again on a pickup note. So I'm going to lead it off with 1, 2, 3. Ta, ti, 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 ta, ti, ti, ti. So I'm going to go kind of quick. If it's too fast for you, maybe just move your fingers with me or turn off the video and try it slower. But eventually I hope you can play it along with me. Okay, so I'm going to do the slurs. Feel free if you want to leave it off. And I'm going to lead it off with 1, 2, 3, and then you jump in. Okay, everybody warm up the E. Okay, I'm going to lead it off with 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. I did notice that there was a B there. In measure 11, there is a B. And I hope you knew to play a B middle finger. Okay, bottom of the page is A Peaceful Moment. Reminder that the last song on every lesson, there's that recording that goes along with it. So when you feel like you have a peaceful moment mastered, I encourage you to play it along with that recording that I sent you. Okay, this one has DS Alfine, so find that demented $sign. It's after measure 10. That will be where you'll leap back to and you stop at the fine. No key signature, but I do notice there's a B flat accidental in measure 4. There is a B flat, remember B flat up there with the 2 keys up on the top. There's some slurs. I encourage you to try to do the slurs. Okay, song number 5, A Peaceful Moment. Legato, at the beginning it says the Italian word legato. Legato means in a smooth style. Okay, peaceful moment. 1, 2, ready, go. And that was A Peaceful Moment, and that was lesson 18.